Hey guys, and the other day we discussed how Disney confirmed a release date for Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is March 9th, 2018, and I am psyched that Wreck-It Ralph 2 is coming. But Disney hasn't discussed Frozen 2 since March 2015, which is weird since Frozen is essentially their most profitable film. They've made a short for Frozen, they've redone the Norway Pavilion in Epcot to be a Frozen ride, they're having a Frozen special come out, I think in 2017 for Christmas. But yet, we've heard nothing about Frozen 2, and I don't know why, and I would like to discuss Frozen 2 with you guys right now. So these are my top 5 ideas for Frozen 2, and I really hope you will share your top 5 ideas for Frozen 2 in the comments below. And now let's just get right into it. And some of these ideas, by the way, have like subsections, and I'll explain that right now. Essentially, the whole breadth of these ideas is Elsa-based. What was beautiful about Frozen was it was focused on Anna and Elsa, but Elsa took a backseat to Anna, but Anna got all this great development. We know who Anna is, so I kind of want the reverse for Frozen 2, where Frozen 2 will be Elsa's story, allow Elsa to shine. And essentially all these ideas are Elsa. So for my first idea, I would like Elsa to meet the original Snow Queen. As to whether or not she's a villain or neutral, I would like the original Snow Queen to be a neutral character and to act as a mentor towards Elsa. I don't think having the Snow Queen be an evil character would work too well, just because we've already seen the Snow Queen be evil on Once Upon a Time, or evil-esque on Once Upon a Time. So I would like the Snow Queen to be a mentor to Elsa and explain why Elsa has her magic. Now, Jennifer Lee, who is the director and co-writer of Frozen, said that Elsa got her magic due to some astrological alignment with like Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus. But I think us seeing how Elsa got her magic, or at least explained in story form, is more engaging and more intuitive than seeing it, essentially written out on an article. So my first idea is for Elsa to meet the original Snow Queen, her to explain those powers to Elsa. Elsa's not the Snow Queen. She is the Queen of Arendelle who just happens to have ice magic. And I want the Snow Queen to essentially be her mentor. So I think that'd be good just for Disney to finally adapt the original Snow Queen in animated form. Once Upon a Time, Ingrid is Disney's first Snow Queen ever because, as I said, Elsa is not the original Snow Queen. So the second idea is along the lines of this, but I think it would work really well. Now, we know that Elsa and Anna are best friends, but Elsa is kind of closed off to a lot of people. Even in Once Upon a Time, like the person that she got the closest with was Emma, and that was because Emma had magic. And Once Upon a Time kind of inspired this list, and what I would love in Frozen 2 is for Elsa to meet another person born with magic as well, and for them to go on a mission together. And the mission I'll talk about at the very end of the list, which is my fifth idea. So I think having Elsa interact with another person born with magic who's around her age and to give her a solid friend would be fantastic for her development. Anna is great, but Anna is normal. And I think by having someone who's similar to Elsa, it would allow her to grow and become even more accepting of her magic. They could practice magic together, whatever they want to do. But I think that Elsa needs a friend who's not Anna. She needs to go out and explore. She's been trapped in the castle for her whole life, so why not have her go out and actually do something with someone else? Now, along those lines of meeting a friend, I would like for us to see Elsa sort of rule Arendelle. She, kind of just stands there, but, she ran away from Arendelle, and a lot of us don't know what happened in those 15 years when those 3 years when her parents were gone. Like, who was running Arendelle? So I think not only doesn't Elsa need a friend, we need someone to kind of guide Elsa, which is a Snow Queen, in how to rule. So Elsa not only needs to, rule the kingdom properly, but she needs someone to essentially be at her side who's not just her sister. She needs to really expand her horizon. So I think having her have a friend with magic who can help her in her decisions to rule Arendelle would be really, really, really awesome. As to whether or not that person is evil or good in the end, I think it should just stick to being a solid, good friend. I would love if they somehow reimagined Emma from Once Upon a Time into Frozen 2. And not actually call her Emma, but just make her someone born with magic who was originally unaccepting, but came to accept the powers that she has and helps Elsa out. And like I said, as long as that person's around her age, I think it will work out really well in Elsa's benefit. So the third idea I have for Frozen 2 is for Elsa to find a love interest. Now, there was that whole thing, hashtag give Elsa a girlfriend, which I don't support. I think Elsa should be straight. I think that just is smart. A lot of people were saying Elsa doesn't need a love interest, and even when I was made a video on my other channel describing hashtag give Elsa a girlfriend, I was saying that she's too closed off. I think having her find a love interest would also be beneficial. Now, as to whether or not, I said Elsa should find a friend. So she needs to just get a solid relationship. So either, she gets a friend with magic or she gets a boyfriend is kind of how I would do it. I wouldn't do both at once because I just feel that because she is a relatively fragile character, I feel that that would be overwhelming for her. So the third idea is for her to get a boyfriend, and I think that'd be really great. As to whether or not the boyfriend would have powers, I actually would love if the boyfriend had ice magic and, not ice magic, fire magic, and he was able to help Elsa with her magic. They're polar opposites. It kind of be like a goofy rom-com, but done in the magical way that Disney's able to do it. Essentially give Elsa the Tangled treatment with Flynn Rider, have her dislike him at first because they're so different, but then they come together because, they're so close in what they do. So I think having her get a boyfriend would be real fun. I really feel that her going on an adventure with either a girl or a guy with magic and allowing us to see more magic things happen would be so much fun for us as the viewer to watch. Now, I did say for my fourth idea, or one of my ideas, and it happens to be the fourth one, that I want to see Anna in the story as well. Now, I kind of want Anna to take a little bit of a backstory to Elsa, but I would love for Anna and Kristoff's relationship to be tested due to Elsa's magic. Now, Anna is extremely accepting of Elsa, which is awesome. I love the fact that Anna is so accepting of her sister. It shows that great familial bond. But I want Kristoff because his experience with Elsa's magic is that it almost killed Anna, and that it essentially froze over Arendelle. Now, there was the whole thing in Frozen Fever where he liked what Elsa was doing, but I want Elsa to somehow to do something that kind of turns Kristoff off. That's kind of funny, Kristoff off. That essentially makes Kristoff unaccepting of Elsa, and it drives a wedge between her and between him and Anna. And Elsa would have to, not only deal with her own friend or boyfriend or possible boyfriend, but having to get Anna and Kristoff back together. Show Kristoff that she knows how to use her magic properly, that she has control. And also, it would give more development to Kristoff, who is also a very well-developed character, but I want to see him kind of, have more emotions than just, be kind of sarcastic and goofy. He was very heroic, don't get me wrong, but I just think we need to see these characters be multifaceted in their personality. So I want to see somehow Kristoff just to be fearful of Elsa and to have that fear drive a wedge between them. And then my final idea for Frozen 2 is for Elsa to fight a villain. Now, I said earlier, Elsa can meet the original Snow Queen, but I would prefer the original Snow Queen to be neutral because I want that Snow Queen to act as a mentor to Elsa. So I want Elsa to meet someone who's villainous in his or her own right. I would actually prefer it to be a male villain because we haven't had too many male villains recently in Disney. As far as, I guess in Big Hero 6 we did, but I don't know, I want a powerful, I essentially want a Jafar type character or even a Maleficent type character to come to test Elsa and want to conquer Arendelle. Don't make it a generic villain. Obviously, make it someone who's kind of always been around, always seen Arendelle, but now realize that Elsa has control of her magic. It's time to get the kingdom. It could be someone within her own court. It could be someone that is completely out of the blue and from another kingdom. Somehow, even Hans could have done some type of evil deal and become a wizard in his own right and also got fire magic and come back to take Arendelle. Hans is a character who I could live with or without coming back, but if they had to bring him back because I like him so much, I would like him to come back with fire magic to test Elsa the Snow Queen. So those are my top 5 videos. I want Elsa to meet the original Snow Queen and have her be a mentor. I want Elsa to meet someone born with magic, essentially a friend. I would like Elsa to get a boyfriend, but have a 2 and 3 essentially be interchangeable. And then I would like for somehow Kristoff and Anna to have a fight due to Elsa. And then I would like there to be an overarching villain. Hans was a good villain. Actually, that's a lie. Hans was an okay villain, kind of shoehorned in the last minute. I want a real villain for Elsa and Anna and even their new friend to face together. So thank you so much for tuning in to my top 5 ideas for Frozen 2. I'm really curious to what you guys have to say about Frozen 2 in the comments below. Let me know if you like my list, if there's something on my list that you would really like to see, or if you want me, or if there is something that you think should not be here at all. But anyway, hopefully Frozen 2 will get some more news very, very soon, and I'll do more videos regarding Disney as it comes out. Hopefully when we get that new Moana trailer, we'll react to that and talk Moana. But I'm excited to see what Disney has in store for us, and I'm looking forward to some Frozen 2 news. And I just really would love the idea of Elsa meeting someone with magic and being a friend. I just think that the character needs that development. She needs someone beyond her family. She needs someone that knows what she's going through, and I think that would really, really help the character develop. All right, so thank you so much again. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe to this channel and to my other channel, The Model Nerds. And there is a Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page if you guys would like to follow me on those. I post all the time. All right, bye guys.